All right. YouTube, what's going on? Back with another live stream. It's been way too long overdue. Looking forward to getting back into that stream today and getting a chance to talk about that update that just went live today with some well overdue weapon balancing. So we're going to be jumping into this stream talking about that stuff. But as always, welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm Jaeger, and I'm excited to talk Battle Prime with you all today. It's been a while. Things have been busy. Life has been crazy. Things have just, it's summer. Stuff's going on. But, we're going to get into it today. And we're definitely aiming for a milestone. So if you're on the stream and if you're not subbed yet, sub. We're like 5 or 6 people away from hitting 2K, which is a pretty big milestone for me. Being a very casual streamer, casual content creator, like finally hitting 2K. I wish I would have done it a while ago, but that's hindsight, all that kind of stuff. And I'm not the most active, let's be honest. But hitting 2K, I feel, is that stepping stone that we're just going to kind of keep taking the channel forward and keep playing Battle Prime. Yes, it can frustrate the hell out of us some days. And probably want to rage quit a couple of times here and there. The past couple of weeks have been up and down with things that have been going on. Devs have been almost generally silent until the past couple of days. And we're now starting to get some more kind of talk from the devs, updates. We got a release that the devs are trying to just take things one step at a time. And we got, as I said, a very much overdue weapon balance update. So welcome to the stream, everyone. Nominal, yo, what's going on? Nemo, I see you there. Roman, hello, bro. How's it going? It's been a while, but I'm really hoping that today goes smooth. I'm hoping. I'm playing some of the new 100 Thieves hype tracks by Stream Beats in the background. I hope you guys are picking that up. I'm always trying to find the right sound balance there. And let me know if that's coming through okay. I can, want to make sure that right balance. What it sounds in my headphones and what OBS picks up is always a little bit different. But working in, we're going to be playing some games. Hopefully, we can just throw ourselves into some random ranks. I'm also hoping that we can jump in and maybe even set up some custom games, target a game. If you haven't checked it out, if you haven't played BP in a bit, now they set up, of course, where you pretty much have FPS or TPS, and you've got 4 modes that automatically rotate. I showed you in my last video how you can pick your modes. So we'll see if we can just set up maybe a few games, target a couple of modes if we want to today. Hugo, yo, what's going on? David, what's up? How's it going? I haven't played in weeks. Let's see if these balance change make it interesting enough for me to play. So I'm going to be very honest with you. The balances are finally something they've definitely addressed. And I'm going to pull them up. We're going to talk about them in just a second. Yeah, it's not enough. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not enough yet. We've gone through so many different changes. These game mode changes have been really kind of weird. We got a number of polls out there, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've seen any major action from the polls yet. Especially like the return of arcade mode. They tossed it out there and said, do you want arcade mode to come back? And an overwhelming number of people, especially on Discord, I didn't really look much where else, but overwhelming amount on Discord have said basically, hell yeah. Bring arcade mode back. So I'm hoping that comes back in here. I've shared my opinions on how I think that like arcade mode should be TPS, no trophies, throw auto fire in there, and throw in all those like kind of, I don't know, hodgepodge type of game modes that are in there. Gun Fu, Sniper Arena, all that kind of stuff. Whatever it might be, toss it in there. Ranked mode should be trophies. Disable auto fire should be FPS. And it should be things like TDM, control, maybe even domination. But nominal, that's a very true point. Like sometimes the devs are just a little late to react. And for some people, it's a little too late. And we've seen plenty of people kind of like come and go. We've seen some of the OGs going more frequently than anything. So I'm hoping that we're going to start seeing. Apparently, they have this plan. That's what they said in the Discord. Like, we've got a plan. We can't tell you what it is yet, but we're really working on something. I don't know. For all we know, maybe they slow down because they're going to throw this out onto console. Maybe they're going to throw it out onto, Steam or Switch, whatever it might be. Who knows? There could be some big stuff cooking behind the scenes, but I found myself, you know, frustrated to play here and there. But this update, this is what I want to talk about. So we're gonna jump in. We're gonna start the stream out talking about some of these weapon balances. We're gonna take a look at what's changed, and then we're gonna try some of them out. We're gonna equip some of these weapons. We're gonna see what happens, and really see what goes on here. Let's see. I think the dev should replace SMGs and secondary weapons since they nerfed their range. Can't be a primary anymore. Almost. So, you know, I actually had some thoughts about that. And I was thinking about, okay, so now that they took the range away from SMGs, should that go into a secondary? But then I was looking at the damage. Like the damage, and this is one thing where I think the SMGs, they still have too much damage. I feel that if you equip that into the primary, you maintain the damage, but you drop the range. So that's like a little bit of that give and take. That if you play SMGs now, you don't have as much range, and then you have to equip a shotgun or a pistol. So your exchange for that high damage, like SMGs are still higher damage than LMGs and AR. Now, how they play, I haven't played yet since this update. So maybe without their range, they definitely have lost their impact. But if you equip SMG as that primary, you're kind of dedicating yourself to the short game. And that's the take with all the damage you've been given. I don't know if that makes sense. It sounds kind of decent up here. Could be really, really, really wrong. But if you can throw an SMG that still has high damage, short range in your secondary, and then you could throw that high damage long range, you've got like almost too many bases covered. There's got to be, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like, you know, general. You know, I personally, I'd rather still see primes dedicated to certain classes. I miss the OG, you know, snipers were vision, glitch, and poisoned, and that's it. Those were your snipers, and then you had to go with like a shotgun on most of them, SMG on a couple of them, but like Vityaz was LMG shotgun, and Shock was, what was he? He was the assault rifle, and what was this? His secondary was an SMG. I don't know. I still enjoy those dedicated classes, but we'll see. We're gonna jump in. So let's do this. Let's take a look at these weapon updates. What are these nerfs that are going on? So a couple things did get increased, some things decreased. So we're gonna look through this, and it's been a while, but we are going to be giving away Prime Coin on stream again. So make sure you hang out. I'm not gonna tell you when, because that's just a cop out for you to like bounce and come back. You want that Prime Coin, you better freaking be here. And subscribe, guys. We are like just this close, that close to that 2K. Gonna aim to get it soon. So let's jump in. Let's go ahead and take a look at, what do we want here? We want to take a look at the blog. So we're gonna take a look here and see, you know, what do we got happening? We've got some balance improvements. Again, it just dropped today. They posted this blog about 9 hours ago, and they kicked it right off. Assault rifles and machine guns, enhancement, and more. Now, they targeted those right away, but they're not the only ones. So they're saying, you know, based on the received data and your feedback, the community feedback, we have prepared a weapon balance update that includes the enhancement of assault rifles and machine guns, as well as various minor changes of some other weapons. But I actually think they're saying minor changes, but like SMG's got a pretty significant change. I don't know, see what that's all about. But let's start out with these assault rifles. With ARs, we've primarily focused on the increase of the effective shooting range and recoil improvement to make weapons of this type more competitive at the medium range. First off, like, I'm going to say, like, BP Dev, you got it right. Assault rifles should be that excellent medium range weapon. Boom. You're already targeting the right bracket for it, in my opinion. Now, we also slightly improved MK16, SKR, and X2000 to increase the DPS or damage per second and the STK or shots to kill, right? Number of shots needed to kill an enemy, shots to kill. So that's what we've got going on. They very specifically targeted those. Now, if we take a look at this MK16, damage increased from 282 to 300. Crazy enough, like that's still lower than SMGs. I don't know. And maybe it's just like, maybe SMGs are just getting under my skin because they've been so meta for so long. But like the MK16, that's still less than, I mean, that's almost half of some of the other SMGs still. But the effective range increased from 25 to 30 meters. Definitely a boost there for, you know, the medium range style. damage drop factor increased from. It's interesting now because for anyone that's maybe stateside, for example, they don't use decimals; they use the commas for the number placement. Very. I don't know if that's very metric based or just kind of like UK Eastern based. So basically 0.6 to 0.7. Now, one of the devs jumped in the Discord because I, mentioned something about we don't have that chart, that graph anymore. But if you basically multiply the damage by this 0.7, that's going to be your minimum damage that you're going to do. So let's do some quick math here. What's 300? Calculator, where you at? 300 times 5.7. So 210. So your max damage on the MK16 is 300. Your max range damage is 210. So you're maintaining a pretty good portion. You're maintaining 70% of the damage at range. Now that's pretty bearable by the way that the number sounds. Also, the rate of fire was decreased. So the MK16 is shooting a little bit slower, from 900 to 850 shots per minute. Now we take a look at this. We've also got the MK4. This is one that I really enjoyed, but I always felt that it wasn't very impactful at range. So nothing else has changed about the MK4 except for the effective range was increased from 25 to 30 meters. Then we have the F1. F1 is one, I'm going to be honest, like I've kind of really wanted to try out the F1. I've got it equipped. I think I might have taken it off, but I threw it on QB. And the F1 is the burst, where it's not, don't confuse that with the F2M. F2M, the fact that they decreased the recoil on the F2M, that thing's going to be, I honestly think, a hell of an assault rifle. But back to the F1, the damage drop factor increased from 0.6 to 0.8. So now you're keeping pretty much 80% of your damage at range for the F1. Interesting, they didn't change anything about like recoil pattern there whatsoever. So I'm interested. I haven't really played a lot with the F1. I know it kind of always had a little bit of a kick. I'm pretty sure that the control is quite a bit lower. But if we take a look at that F2M, the recoil was decreased. So that honestly could have that F2M. I know there's a couple players that have called it, said, that's pretty meta right now. But that F2M with that recoil decrease, that could be a meta AR, honestly. So I definitely want to try that one out. I've got that equipped on Shock. I dropped that video overview not that long ago. I want to play with this. J36 I've stayed away with for quite a while because its recoil was kind of weird, and they actually have addressed this. The horizontal recoil has been decreased, and the damage drop factor increased from 0.6 to 0.7. So again, you're keeping 70% of your damage at range. And could be viable. I don't know. I haven't played with the J36 in so many seasons. I love playing with it. It was an original AR that came with Isotope. I don't even know if it is anymore, but then it kind of got wonky in one of the changes. I think all the way back in like the original Season 5. And I don't know. I've stayed away from it. SKR. SKR has got some kick, some bounce. But they did increase the rate of fire from 570 to 600 shots per minute. Still a little bit slower than the other ones, right? If we take a look here, still lower. Look at the MK16, still shooting up at 850. So a little slower, but I know that the damage is also, I think, a little bit higher. We've got the damage drop distance increased from 60 to 65 meters. That's kind of, I don't know, that's damage. This is a really weird stat that they put in here versus this. So, I mean, I get, you're effective at 65 meters. Kind of interesting. Different stat. And the recoil was decreased. So I want to play with that. I still have that on blast. And that one always had a little bit more skip to it. Interested to see how that looks now. VK15, the recoil was decreased. Notice they did not touch the VK12. A3, the effective range increased from 20 to 30 meters. And the recoil was decreased. Which, honestly, this never really felt that bad to me. I've got a video on this one, so I'm going to be interested to kind of go in and just do a little side-by-side comparison maybe. Not going to do necessarily a video side-by-side, but watch the old one, check out this one, see what happens. And wrapping up the AR class, we've got the X2000. Damage increase from 288 to 300, so this is kind of up there on par with the MK, right? That was up at 300? Yeah, MK16. We've got the effective range increase from 20 to 30 meters. Damage drop distance increase from 30 to 35 meters. So this is your max damage range. This is your minimum damage range. And your damage drop factor. Okay, now seeing these together, I'm understanding this. So previously, you lost 50% of your damage at max range. You're now keeping 60% of it. And you're keeping 60% of it at a further range. So they increased it to 30 to 35 meters. I don't know what it was at originally. I can go back to one of my charts and see, but I don't know. Let's just say maybe 25 to 30 is what it was at. They've given you 5 extra meters and allowed you to keep more of it. So you'll probably notice a punch from the X2. And the horizontal recoil was slightly decreased. It was already a pretty decent laser. So this is probably going to... Honestly, I think this one could definitely fry. It's got the potential looking at just what they've adjusted. So that wraps up the ARs. Many of them still not touched. VK12 was not touched. What else? What am I forgetting off my list here? Let's take a look. Nope. Maybe I'm thinking more SMGs that really were... VK12, it might be the only one. Missing anything? Got the J36. Actually, sorry. To be quite honest, VK12 seems to be the only one that they actually did not mess with. So SMGs, let's take a look. We have slightly reduced the effectiveness of SMG-10, MR5, and MR5A. They targeted the meta here at the medium range, as these submachine guns were too overpowered compared to other weapon types. That is a fact. Also, we have increased the MR5 compact and MRX damage, as well as the damage drop factor of easy and victory. This I always felt was pretty soft. MRX, I actually really like it, and it was a good weapon many seasons ago. I'm looking forward to seeing the MRX return. Not necessarily probably become something meta, but the fact that this SMG class sounds like they're trying to just make it more rounded. And it's not going to be just 3 of them that are dominating. So we'll see how that goes. And they're saying right here, now these guns will be more competitive among weapons of their type. Awesome sauce. SMG-10, damage drop distance decreased from 30 to 25 meters. Damage drop factor decreased, so now you're only keeping 45% of your damage at range. MR5 compact, damage increased from 388 to 400. Here's the thing that, and again, I don't know the other stats of this. We'd have to really look at them all in game. But, right, this is doing 400 damage. MRX doing 420. You know, I don't know the range. I'd have to look at these in the actual game. That's higher than our assault rifles, right? So, I mean, we're looking at, hey, these guys are at, MK16 was doing 282 and is now bumped to 300. Now, the effective range is at 30 meters. So let's just take that one for a minute. 300 at 30 meters. Take a look at the SMG-10. It was now dropped down to 25 meters. We've got the... Where was the other one that was here? MRX increased to 420. So I mean, these are doing 100 plus more damage than the assault class. And it looks like it's a matter of 5 meter difference for some of these. MR5A was dropped down to 20 meters. They dropped it down to 45%. Easy, they increased up to 40% damage at range. MR5, they decreased down to 40. The victory damage drop factor increased from 40 to 45% of that damage. So, looks like, again, general rounded out here. And machine guns. Idea behind machine guns changes the enhancement of this weapon type by increasing damage drop factor and, in some cases, damage. That's good. I don't know if we actually want the damage drop factor increase, right? Do we want that decreased? No, let's look at the stats. These changes will help to increase the effectiveness of machine guns at long range. That's what we want. LMGs should give you the opportunity to compete against snipers to a degree. Snipers are going to be one-shot. Some of them are more one-shot than others. That's one thing that I was a little disappointed to not see any changes to snipers here, except for there's one that they call out, the arm, really. But we'll get to that in a minute. So with this, you know, we've got a couple of these that have all been reworked with the recoil for some of the machine guns. The PKA, they slightly increased the recoil. I thought that was actually a really good one as is. So I don't know. We'll see how that feels. I've got that, I think, on Vityaz because I just like the skin combo there. Damage increased from 288 to 305. And the damage drop factor increased from 0.75 to 0.8. Trying to remember, is this a good thing? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now. Damage drop factor increase. So you keep 80% of your damage, right? Am I reading that right? Damage drop factor increase from you keeping 80% of your damage. Recoil slightly increased for the MG60. MG249, damage increase from 299 to 320. Nice. Damage drop factor increase from 7 to 75%. And recoil slightly decreased. Not bad. PKR, damage increase from 311 to 325. All right. Damage drop factor increase from 0.7 to 0.8. And recoil slightly decreased. Which one am I thinking about? What do I have on? PKA, yeah. Because it's got that splash skin that I really like on Vityaz. MG27, this. I'm really feeling like this can fry. Many of you know I did a no recoil build video a while ago for the MG27. I have pulled it back out and put it on the isotope. And I'm actually excited to play with this. I've been messing around with it lately because the thing I always felt could fry was a laser. A little weak on the damage. Wouldn't have mind seeing a little bit more damage increase here. But the fact that that recoil is slightly decreased, this thing could potentially laser as well. MGC4, damage increase to 340, drop increase to 80%, and recoil slightly increased for the MGC4. Not bad there. That thing could fry. Damage increase to 280 for the MG60M. Damage drop factor increase from 75 to 80%. VKP16, another one that I thought was a pretty good laser. We now have the increase from 400 to 430. Digging it, and recoil slightly decreased. I might have to pull this thing back out. I was running this thing for the longest time, and I might try it out again. And the CMG, damage drop factor increased 0.7 to 0.8. MG5, damage increased to 310. Look how weak this was. 299. Like that. Tell me that wasn't neglected, man. Damage drop factor increased from 0.7 to 0.80, and recoil slightly decreased than the MG5. So there's a couple of classes. Before I go into snipers, there's a couple of classes. What are you guys feeling about this? Snuggles, I saw you a while ago. You said boo. I don't know. Is that the boo about the SMGs? Is that boo about the assault rifles? What's your take on these classes so far? SMG, ARs, LMGs. Are you feeling good about these adjustments they've made? Are there more that they need to make? Let's see. Hugo, I think that in Scrim, since everyone got its own role, everything is set up. You can dedicate yourself to short range, but anything else, it's not possible. I think to actively use SMGs on huge maps. Yeah, yep. There's Nominal. Look at that gold badge, Nominal. Nominal. Join the channel. He's on there, and what is that? That's at the year already. Get exactly where that one's at. Back of my badges. I could probably just hover over it and take a look. Let me know. What do you guys think? I like, generally I like the sound of it. 1 year. That's what I thought. Yeah. Go guys. No, I should know my badges. You got Diamond, I think, coming up soon. Emerald, Diamond, one of those two. I forget. It's been a while since I looked at it, but I'm feeling Charlie, pretty happy with it so far. Now, I'm going to be honest. This all looks pretty good on paper. I'm actually really loving the sound of MG27, the VKP16. I recently pulled the MG27 back out, and I'll be able to tell the difference because I've been running that the past couple of days. I'm looking forward to seeing something other than an MR5 in game. Now, this is just the weapons. You know, a lot of people have been calling for some prime balancing. I'll be interested to see if that might be around the corner. So let's jump in and take a look at sniper rifles. We have increased the effective range for the DMR-25 and MKE-14 to make them more effective at the medium-long range. I like that. Increase the J28 damage. I like that. Players be able to kill enemies with a headshot and an effective range. Whoa. That J28 headshot. I mean, I'm curious to see what the effective range of that one is. Increase of arm effective range will help it to be more competitive against Interceptor. This I felt was kind of unnecessary. I don't know. The arm is pretty much almost like always one shot, hasn't it? And you're making it more powerful. The arm can move faster or scope faster than the Interceptor, I believe. So I'm not 100% sure this was necessary or why this was done. And this is my opinion. I'm all good with snipers one-shot, especially in that short to medium range. Like, if you're pushing with a sniper, you could one-shot me, all good. One shot in the body at max range is one thing that I feel just still needs to be addressed here with snipers. You know, I feel like that's just still a factor of why we have camping, is people could just pretty much like peek it, hit you in the nuts, boom, it's a one shot and you're dead. And it's like, it's not really taking a lot of skill to get the headshot for the kill. I don't know. That's just some out loud thoughts here. Take them or leave them, just my opinion. DMR 25, effective range increase from 30 to 40 meters. Nice. MKE 14, effective range increase from 40 to 50 meters. Nice. And the damage drop factor increase from 0.7 to 0.8. So you are keeping more damage. Gunner for life. Yo, what's up? Welcome to stream. ARM, effective range increase from 40 to 60 meters. J28, damage increase from 750 to 950. I want to take a quick peek here. I'm open up this game first. Snipers. Let's take a peek here. Real quick while we're looking at these snipers. ARM, 95, distance 90. All right, so now we're looking at J28. Distance 76, damage 76. I have an update. Do I actually have an update to do? Actually check. I feel like you're at 76. What are we reading here? J28, 750 to 950. Now, of course, these points don't translate. So it'd be interesting, nice to see, like, damage increase from, should be like 75 to 95? Is that what it should look like in game? Because, right, we're reading damage is 76 in here. Let's keep looking at these shotguns. I'm going to have to drop by my app store really quick and actually double check and see if I expect it would have auto-updated, but I have not taken a peek at it today. Could have been a minor update. Wouldn't have a separate update in there, right? All right, we're all right. Like no update. All right, so let's take a peek here and keep rolling through shotguns. So shotguns got to change. We've decreased the rate of fire for Genesis because due to its high fire rate combined with high damage, this gun stood out too much in DPS against other shotguns. Facts. Also, we've enhanced the TAC 15. Now players will need fewer shots to kill enemies at the minimal damage distance. Not bad. TAC 15 is something I kind of like. Genesis. Rate of fire decreased from 300 to 240 shots per minute. The TAC 15 damage drop factor increased from 0.2 to 0.3. Not bad, not bad. Simple changes there. Really nothing else done. Nothing done to hammer. Nothing done to the pumps at all. Purely focused on Genesis and TAC. Handguns. We've enhanced several handguns to make them more effective at medium range. Preacher just got bumped up from 1,000 to 12. I thought they just dropped Preacher down in one of the last episodes. Let's take a look at this blog. Damage drop factor increased from 0.2 to 0.25. Hawk damage increase from 1,000 to 12. Oxen damage increased from 1,000 to 1,400. And damage drop factor increased 0.25 to 0.3. I'm going to take a quick check here. Preacher. Damage increased to 1,200. Felt like that was something that they... Battle Pass, competitive season. Where would that have been? Take a look here and see. I thought we had some weapon changes not that long ago. Leaderboards. Nope. I swear they made some... Our bank is made. Bank. Oh, they made some shotgun changes. Here we go. Damn, Probably back in May. SSG, Star Attack, Tac KGS, Hammer, Preacher. Well, they increased it to 1,000, and now they bumped that up even more. Decreased by 30%. All right, so they came back and circled back around on Preacher. I guess they realized that it was an absolute dud last time that they did that. So let's see. Yeti, is this a new update? Yes, it is. It dropped today. I was actually just checking my app store. It doesn't look like it was a push out. It looks like it kind of mostly happened in game. But they dropped this a bit ago. Balance improvements August 2nd. And we've got these class changes. So ARs, SMGs, LMGs, snipers, pistols, shotguns. Everything looks like it was pretty much tweaked and adjusted. Now, definitely get in there. And, you know, if there's anything you guys are playing, because I'm probably not going to play with all these weapons. But make sure you guys jump in. They did set up another channel for feedback on these changes. Preacher's still garbage. I'm going to be honest. I bet it probably still is. I mean, your damage drop factor is, you know, up at 25%. I don't think it really has the best damage factor that's in there as well, too. But I want to jump in. Definitely want to check some of these out. So let's jump in some games and see what we got going on. Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go? Take a look and see what these feel like for a minute. I'm actually going to do just a quick couple of gun tweaks here for a second. Let's just test them out before we throw ourselves right into a game. Oh. I just screwed up. Well, tugged a little too hard on that. Back. Cable, didn't I? All right, hang on. Circle back around here. Just tugged on my cable and probably just screwed it up. If we can get this. Has to be on in like 5 minutes. There we go. The reset. There we go. Reset the capture. So let's jump in, just do a quick mini dime. Convoy. All right, now there's a couple of these weapons I'm most interested in checking out. So we've got the F2M on shock. We've got that set up already. I've got the PKA on VITES. I want to check that one out with the Genesis, so we'll get a feel for how that is. I've got the MK16 on Vision, so we can check that one out. MR5A on QB, we'll check that one out. SKR on Blast. MG27. I don't think the CMG really got messed with. I want to swap out, not the MRU, but I definitely want the... What's the other one I wanted to put on here? MR5A. MR5 on Vision. We'll throw the F1 on Poison really quick. Just so we can swing through a couple of these. We're going to just test a couple of these out. Let's see what these are like. There we go. Bump it up my...
Domination mode. Control point.
Ooh, that feels good already. Right off the bat.
Point
I thought I chose mini dom, did I not? Take a look here. That thing, I'm not even trying to control that recoil right now. Look at that. I'm gonna do it with the left one because you can't control recoil with the left fire button. Look at that. Apparently I was trying. I didn't even realize it. Oh, yeah. Barely tugging down on it, I guess. Up and to the right, natural recoil, but too easy to control. AGS, I don't think even got a change whatsoever. Really thought I chose mini down.
Point captured.
That F2M is going to be... It was a powerhouse before. I think it's going to be even more so now.
We got point captured.
I know who's going to love that. Eliminate is going to love what they just did with the F2M. That feels pretty good. That is going to shred for sure. The F2M feels nice. I really dig that. Eliminate's going to 100% be on board for that F2M update. I'll be interested to see. I definitely want to... I wish I would have chose mini dom and not this one here, but... Maybe speed. Finish it, but I just had to capture all those points. That is... That's too easy to control. And I love the F2M as well. He loved it. He actually gave me, I had just about almost the same build as him, but he gave me a recommendation for the muzzle. And
we are in the final stage.
this thing just absolutely shreds. I don't know if y'all knew you could do that. I love it. I love the destructible stuff here that's in the Battle Prime maps. I'd do a video on just like the different destructible effects all around here. How do you get to it? That F2M is definitely going to be... I wouldn't be surprised seeing a lot of people playing that long range. That's a 3X that's on there. All right. Let's test out another. What do we want? Let's want PKA in the Genesis. I wouldn't mind getting a feel for that. Domination. Any dom. All right, so we're going to check out the PKA and the Genesis, and let's just see how that feels. This is with the 5X HQ scope. It's actually one of my favorite scopes. I wish that they would do some shorter ranges with it, like a 2 or 3.
Control. Point captured.
Oh, yeah, I can feel that. I definitely can feel the difference with the PKA recoil. 100%. Let's get a feel for.
Point captured.
A touch. You could tell it's a touch slower.
We even made the point captured.
Yeah, just a touch.
We got ahead.
So for that whole thumb, I just went from fire button to bottom of my phone just to go ahead and try and keep that on the face there. Which, I mean, it still clusters really well, but the recoil, I'm definitely telling, has definitely been increased. I can feel that one for sure. And this was my favorite one to compete against snipers. I know this may not be it. And recoil is, it's not bad, but it's definitely more significant than before. Genesis 100% still fast. I don't think that we're going to see a different shotgun meta for
We are in the final stage.
dethroning the Genesis. So those are a couple of them. We'll try out the MK16 next. We'll switch over to
The
vision.
battle simulation is almost over.
We'll see how that goes. Spanky, what's going on? Spanky Stokes. Churro.
A victory.
Good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you're at. Early evening here. You don't have those graffiti murals in my game? Potato phone, iPhone. So you don't have those? Really? Is it just because of the graphics? I love this. Mini Dom is where I go for my like firing range training grounds because you could use. I've got a video actually recorded. I just need to go ahead and do my voiceover and drop it in there. But I love playing this map because those graffiti murals are basically like my target practice, right? Can I cluster the face? Can I cluster the body? You know, can I move and track, even though it's a stationary target, can I move and track that target? So let's go MK16, see how this feels. What were the notes on the end? AA. Damage increase, damage drop factor, and the recoil slightly increased. I can feel the recoil.
Domination mode. Control points to win.
16. Damage increase, effective range, damage drop, rate of fire was decreased. So we're not going to really notice anything else in the MK16 except for maybe the rate of fire. Still feels fast as hell, but honest.
Point captured. Point captured.
Yeah, it really didn't change anything except for rate of fire. So I'd say you could probably tell maybe just the slightest little difference.
We dominate the
It didn't really
point
change
captured.
anything as far as recoil. Everything else was all damage based. So 900 to 850 shots per minute. You're talking
We
the
got
tiniest.
ahead.
Tiniest little change there. Hit him where it really hurts. Must be a graphics setting. Yeah, I'm on the 12 Pro Max, and I'm playing on, what is it? Favorite performance. That's the graphics setting I've got for the iPhone. All right, so these. So I mean, nothing changed with pumps, so there's really nothing to test here. Mini Dom doesn't have the air conditioning UFOs.
Attention.
I wish they would turn
We
these
are in the final stage.
into things that would actually damage you. Go.
The battle simulation.
Yeah, that'd be crazy, man. They changed MK16 or my attachment's just bad. The MK16 feels pretty good to me. I'm just kind of screwing around with it because it's more about the rate of fire. Actually, I recently put that 3x scope on there, and I'm not a big fan of it. What do I have on my MK? Actually, bit easy. Okay. Tactical suppressor. Extended. Discipled. I could bump the control. I had the universal on it, but I took that off. I've messed with the silencer as well. Accuracy just drops down a bit. Still a couple of them I don't have. But these were the two that I've toggled between with the other ones. Give it to me, Nemo. What would you do differently here? Would you go for more control versus that accuracy change? You know, the silencer is not a bad option. Universal gives a touch more range, and I mean, honestly though, how the MK16 increased from 282 to 300, chasing after a little extra distance might not be that bad. Charlie, I do. I've got that video started, to be honest. Someone asked me the other day, oh, you know, as a creator for BP, like, do you ever just run out of things to do? No, I've got ideas that are backlogged. I've got a video that I'm going to probably drop now that I'm streaming this week, I might drop it at the end of this week or next week. One that I've been wanting to get to for a long time, and finally getting around to it. And it'll be a first part in a multi-part video. Go for more control. Yeah, this is now that I'm seeing the damage drop, the effective range, and the damage increase. Going for the distance here and the control might actually be the move to make. 77 for the control, 76, but I can lose that one little point. I might go ahead and swing back here to the universal. That is the original one that I had on there. 76, 71. That gain in distance might be pretty good. Little boost in control. Hey, pup. All right, let's take a look. I don't like I'm not a big fan of the monocular scope. Those are not my favorite. When it comes to like the MK16, I'm a fan of the Fit E's and the 3X. I really enjoy the Predators. The monocles are just not my thing. If I'm gonna go for something that's, you know, short magnification like that, I'm gonna go for the 1.25 mini. But I haven't maxed out the MK16. I might now. I might go ahead and just throw some XP cards at it. But SMG10 is GOAT. I don't know. Is it now that they changed it? I want to take a look. We won't know a damage, of course, in these here, but SMG10, I've got that one maxed out, but they look at that damage all the way down to 39 now. I mean, sorry, not damage, the distance. Everything else is still pretty strong for that. But all right, let's. I want to take a look at the SKR. That's one I'm interested to see. So let's swing by. We're gonna drop in with Blast. Just running through these guns for a minute, testing out some of these ones that I'm personally most interested in. I'm not gonna go through every single one of these guns and every single one of their changes, but let's see. I want to see how my favorites feel now. SKR, I felt always had a bit of a heavier recoil, so lay down, dog. When it comes to scope,
Elimination mode.
oh, that feels good.
Point captured.
I can tell the difference. That's definitely more steady. It was this thing used to have a lot of skip
Point
to it
captured.
for its recoil. The SKR, I feel it could definitely be a better contender now.
We dominate the battle. Point captured. We got ahead.
Yeah, those far out that spread is on hipfire. A little bit of a slower punch to it. SKR mostly just got the recoil decrease, damage, shots per minute went up, so it is. I was saying it sounded a little faster, and it definitely is. So SKR is. I feel like this could definitely be. I can tell that that's faster, 100%. That's nice. That SKR feels good. I might have to bring that one back out. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I could. I feel like the SKR could definitely. I agree, Ghost. It could definitely run that mid range. This might be the one that kind of owns it, mid range.
We are in the final stage.
Feels real good.
The battle simulation is almost over. A victory.
No trophies. I'm not too worried about money. I'm not worried about testing these other ones. I definitely wanted to see the F2M with the feels good. KR with the recoil feels good. VK15, I'm not worried about testing right now. A3, I can swing by and test it another time. Not going to notice much about the SMGs because that's all damage changes. So there's very little that we'll be able to tell in just a shooting range. LMGs, I've got that MG27. I want to get a feel for its recoil. Recoil slightly decreased for the MG27. I've got that on isotope right now, so let's give this a shot. You need your medicine. That's what you're waiting for. Dope. Nice dope. Woo. All right, let's feel. MG27. Let's take a look. This thing I always felt like just could laser.
Domination
Look at that.
Point captured.
Oh, this thing. This thing feels good. Little horizontal pull. I'm getting that horizontal pull from it still, but the vertical is... Let's just take a look at how that clusters. Yeah, you can see it's a little more horizontal with it. Let's just put this right into the wall. A little bit of control. Not even really having to move my thumb. I'm getting that horizontal. I could definitely feel the horizontal pull. I'm rolling my thumb down just slightly, but I'm feeling that horizontal pull. Let's do this without any recoil control. Let's see what this looks like. So we're gonna use the left fire button. Yeah, see, there it is. There it is. Holy shit. So when you get started out, it just, right, it's revving up vertical, and then once it's been running for a bit, look at how that just took right off. That's what I was feeling. And what was that, like maybe like 20, 30 shots into the mag? Let's take a look at that one more time. Where does this start to really climb horizontally? 5. So right at about the 40, 35 bullet mark. Yep. That's when it starts stretching horizontally. All right.
There is a neutral point.
Yeah,
Go
yeah, yeah.
get
We got it. We got it, lady.
Point captured.
I'm gonna have to take a look at attachments on this one. I like the ones that I had. I'm feeling that horizontal recoil though, just a little bit more right now, which is interesting because it just said recoil. It didn't say specifically vertical or horizontal. But I might have to take a look and see at the attachments. Like when I'm trying, honestly, it's really not that hard to control it. You know, don't let me make it out to be something it's really not. It's not hard to control that recoil, but at horizontal, you know, if you're not really paying attention, I feel like that could get you. It could get you to slip on your shots just a little bit more. But it's actually really not that bad. Disappointing they didn't touch some of these shotguns. Not so much like rate of fire. What is this? I think like is this the SG60? Rate of fire is good. The damage, I feel like the damage could go up just a little.
The battle simulation is almost over.
I love that. I still didn't catch that. I still haven't fixed that. Isotope likes to spin his gun when he's letting off the nuke.
A victory.
All right, dog. Let me test one more gun, and I can go let you outside and give you medicine. The range is all good. Yeah, I just I want to take a quick peek here and see what attachments I've got on that. Silencer. I could change that. Oh, there we go. Muzzle brake. Spread drops a bit. You probably toy around with that. X suppressor. Not many of them really give much bigger. I mean, I can go to something like a muzzle brake. Maybe go with the enhanced. Spread drops just a little bit. That's probably not that bad. What do I go from, like 36, 38 to 36? I go from 76 to 79. Recoil control, recoil stabilization on the compensator. Don't gain any control, but I get a little bit more accuracy. That's a recoil control. I might have to toy around with those. I'm going to toy around and see how those feel. I'm not going to mess with it too heavily right now. Kind of feeling maybe that enhanced. But also, compensator ain't all that bad. Recoil control and stabilization. Stabilization. Gaining more on the control. And that accuracy. Oh, throw this complicator on here. Kind of see how that feels. We'll see. We'll see. Teddy, what's up? How's it going, man? We're just running through the weapon. We started the stream talking about. We ran through all the notes, and now I'm just kind of messing with some of these guns that I really wanted to see. Get a feel for their difference. And the other ones I really wanted to take a look at. The VK. I kind of wouldn't mind taking a look at the VKP. But I want to try the F1. Would I notice the changes in the F1 without actually having an N1 damage drop? Not going to notice anything on recoil. K36, not too interested. I kind of want to try the VKP 16. Recoil slightly decreased. EMG, not going to notice anything there. A lot of these other weapons are all going to be damage based, so we won't notice that until we get into some games. But I want to just... Last weapon I'm going to test here. VKP 16. Let's grab that. Got that. Attachment, sorry. Compensator. Go for even more. Recoil control. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna make too much of an adjustment here from what I already had. That way I can actually tell the difference. If I start making changes, I might not be able to tell the difference. So let's try this one out. See. VKP 16. What we're testing now, and the notes say that the damage we won't be able to tell, but the recoil was slightly decreased. So that's what we're going to be able to feel. This thing I always felt, again, was also quite a bit of a laser.
Domination mode. Control point. Point capture.
It's really not difficult to control. I could definitely increase that control if I swapped out that muzzle, to be quite honest. But looking at the cluster, I like to balance my accuracy with the control. I mean, if your bullets are spreading a little too much. MG27, I think, is definitely clusters and can stick better. I want to just take a look at this recoil. No control. Let's just see what this recoil does. That's your biggest difference there. VKP 16 versus the MG27. VKP is a straight vertical. A little bit of a hop and a skip to the left and right, but pretty much a straight vertical. There was no hard rip to the right there. So we'll have to take a look and see. If I can tweak the adjustment on this, I might lose a little bit of that accuracy, but that control would only get easier to manage. So we'll try out. I think it was one of the muzzle brakes or something like that was on there. So we'll give that one a shot and see. But you can shoot your own grenades and blow them up. It still feels good. Still feels pretty decent. I think if I had to choose between the two now, I would go MG27 based off of my current build, but I'm going to have to probably just tweak and adjust those around for a second. Right. A lot of these other ones, so like SMGs, let's just going to take a look back. Snipers are all about damage. Not going to notice anything. Shotguns, there's the TAC, but that's damage based. So I'm not going to be able to really make much of it. Genesis, we could tell, was slower. Handguns, all damage based. SMGs were primarily all damage and distance based, right? Nothing as far... None of the SMGs got a recoil change at all. All right. So my dog is begging me. She's begging me to go outside. I got to give her heart medicine here at night. I'm going to back out of this. We will... Get that gun actually. I'm going to go let her outside. It should take just a couple minutes. Got the compensator. Enhanced muzzle brake. I'm going to try this out. Let's... Capable of holding it, dog. Let's run this one more time. I want to just see Last one. Swapping out to the enhanced muzzle brake. It bumped up the control. What was it, like 4 or 5 points maybe? Maybe. And after that, we're going to jump into some games. And let's run some... Let's see how some damage goes. We'll pull some weapons out and just see what they do. It's easier to manage, but I'm going to be honest. I don't feel like it's too much of a significant difference. Really doesn't look like spread was affected all that much with that accuracy change. Let's do this. Look at that. Much less of a vertical climb. I mean, the last one we climbed all the way to the wall. I feel like I was in a pretty equal spot. So that recoil naturally doesn't go up. It's got a little bit more left and right flow to it. A little bit more wind. But, that enhanced... I'm definitely feeling that enhanced muzzle brake is the way to go on the VKP-16, so I like that. All right, so let's wrap up this match here. While this timer ticks down, I'll go let my dog out, and then we'll get some games. So if anyone's around that wants to jump in some games, we'll do that right when I get back.
Attention, we are in the final stage. The battle simulation is almost over. A victory.
All right, let's do it. Oh, I won that match? What a surprise. SMGs are poop now. Are they? Find out. I'll test it. I'm going to jump in and play with some. All right. Let's see. Ghost, you're on. Nemo, you on? Arch is on. Apex. All right. And the question is, I guess, do we want to... All right, Nemo, hang on. Are we going to run a specific game style? So we're going to do a custom squad and then just pick 1 or 2 modes? Or do we want to run... I'm going to just decline that for a second. We want to... Yeah, TPS or FPS? Which one are we doing? I'm going to be honest. I actually, as much as I want to play FPS, I hate Sniper Arena. I hate Gun Fu. Those 2 modes are really... Yeah, so... All right, so you want to do ranked. We're going to do TPS. All 4 modes then, right? TPS, got it. Oh, why don't I have you on? Oh, did you? Ghost, you there? We can toss. Let's see if Arch will jump in as well too. I asked him a while ago before I jumped in game if he wanted to play, so I'll run a few with him. Ghost will definitely swing around and play a few with you as well too, because I know you asked earlier as well. So what are we gonna run? I don't want to run. I really don't want to run the VKP. I do want to test out. I kind of want to see the MR5 in action. And I kind of want to see the SMG 10 in action. I want to see how that feels. I'm going to try it. Skirmish? Yeah. There's certain modes where it always does feel like you kind of get like stuck in it, doesn't it? We'll see how we run. I'm going to just try the SMG 10 because the damage drop distance was decreased down to 25 meters and the damage drop factor was now decreased to, the way I understand that, 45%, 0.45. So you're only keeping 45% of your damage at max range. I wish I would have known what was coming, because then I could have done some comparison in the values here. This is down at 39. I feel like the distance for this used to be up at like 45 or something like that. I don't know. It's really... I don't have any screenshots of what it was. Ask around and see if... Let's just see how it goes. Gotta win games. Spin the wheel. Mini Dom. All right, Isotope it is.
Got your back.
Domination mode.
Got your back.
Control points to reach.
Loading.
Point captured.
Reloading.
Point captured.
I kind of sprayed all over the place there. First game of the day. This is going to be a hot minute. Can like double team there. That was rough. Ooh, see, rocking it with the SKR. All right, come on, first game of the day. Not screw this up.
Point captured. We dominated the battle. Point captured.
Nuclear feed double kill.
Don't be confused. That was accidental.
Triple kill. Payback.
Whoa! Oh, my thumb slipped off my screen. All right, that's all right.
Point lost.
All right.
Point lost.
Kingslayer. Nuclear.
The edge is not good.
We are in the final
Infinity's going live at 11 or 12 Eastern today, then? Yeah.
Point captured. The battle simulation.
Yeah, I
is
can tell that
almost
took that
over.
little bit of that extra bit. Oh, I walked straight into that chest shot. Infinity! I'm hoping for 2K subs today, too. Let's get it. We have like 6 subs or something like that to go until we hit 2K. Let's get it. All right, I can tell. I could tell. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know exactly how significant that change is. It doesn't. It's I can tell that SMG 10 doesn't have the punch. It was my warm-up game, so I'm not gonna hold it too much against it right now because I can tell I kind of sucked right there. Yeah, look at me. I went 6 and 9. Only reason why I think I got that is because I was capturing a couple of points. You guys are actually doing pretty good. Blast, man. Blast is... bring out... I want to bring out... wish I could organize MG20. I could organize the guns there, like filter them while equipping them. Okay. Out. I want to try. Okay. I'm gonna take a look at. I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw the MRX. Poison, just see how that goes. Yeah, I'm good with that. Just give a couple of these a test out. The SMG got nerfed. Yeah, I mean, I could feel it. I could feel it. It's not as. I have to test out the MR5A. I'd be interested to see exactly how that feels. Ghost, I will definitely toss you an invite in a moment. Shouting for you on YouTube. I didn't see your answer right away, but we'll get you in there. I find it interesting. I guess, well, I could always just jump out and go to another one, but I found it interesting that I'm in a squad and it allowed that invite to come through. Some G10 guy. I felt a little something. Mini Dom again. Hate this Dom too. It's my least favorite. I want to try. Yeah, I'm going to try this. Because the TAC 15 got a boost. MRX got a boost.
Got your back. Got your back. Domination mode.
Oh, no, wait. I was thinking this was, what's it called?
Point captured. Point captured. Points lost.
Tag 15 is still slow as hell, though.
Kingslayer, payback.
Point captured. Points lost.
Ooh, that Tag 15 is still slow as hell. MRX feels pretty decent.
Payback.
Points lost.
Reloading.
Points captured. Points captured.
I felt pretty good.
Points lost. Points lost.
I gotta warm up. I'm feeling so like rusty right now.
Points captured.
And you see that shock how he's like stuttering there for a second.
Points lost.
Dirty play. Reloading.
Come on.
Points captured.
There we go. Look at that. That was pretty solid.
We've eliminated the best. Points captured.
Got
Points
the
lost.
MR7. Okay. Back 15 feels like trash, to be honest.
Points lost.
If I could actually track my shots, I'd probably be pretty decent, but I'm all over the fucking place right now.
Points lost.
Reloading.
Point captured.
Reloading.
Point captured. We've eliminated the best. Point captured. Attention. We are in the final stage.
Payback.
Points lost. The battle simulation is
I cannot
almost
throw
over.
my freaking grenades.
Dirty play. Triple kill. Payback.
Points
It's like my
lost.
buttons aren't reacting to me right now. Come on, I'm sitting here holding them at their spawn, and my scope's not
A victory.
on it. Get it. In my screen. But not bad, not bad. I actually, the MRX, so let's see, the MRX had a damage increase from 403 to 420. Not much else changed. I actually felt pretty good about the MRX right there. Tech 15 did not feel that good. And I swear that they said like that, where they said that got a buff, didn't it? Damage drop factor increased from 0.2 to 0.3. That's it. Okay, so nothing huge, to be quite honest. But that, 8 and 7. Roger? Go, little Roger. Wasn't bad. I think I'd take a look at these. Hawk. Oxen. Throw the oxen at poison. RX felt alright. I'm gonna try the F2M. That's where I'm going next. Before I do. Okay. Alright, we're gonna try F2M. I love my ARs. ARs is what I do prefer to run. Nemo meta's now the AR. Dennis has been nerfed, yeah. We'll try that one out in a minute. I think I've got that on BitYaz or something. I'm excited to try this F2M. This, when I saw what they said there with the recoil on that one, this thing shredded before. You had to work to control the recoil a little bit, but if this thing stays steady the way that it did just in our practice run earlier, like this thing could shred. KGS I like. They didn't really do anything to the KGS. I saw, right? No, it was all just Genesis and Tag. Tag felt like trash. The damage drop factor, but oh, sorry, not the Tag 15. Granted, I haven't used the Tag 15 in a while, but I think they made changes May 4th. I think they changed. That's probably why I didn't have it equipped, right? May 4th. Patch notes. They reduce. I had the Tag 15 unequipped, and I didn't have it running it on Vityaz for a while. I take it off because there was a massive nerf to it before. Tag 15. Damage was, oh yeah, damage was decreased from 2243 down to 1300. Oh, no wonder. That thing, yeah, the thing hits like a Nerf gun, so that's why. That Tag 15 is, I don't know, based off of what I'm kind of just feeling from the notes, I feel like we can be in an AR and pistol meta, possibly. Like, that could be where we're at. I'd be interested to see what we see running, like, as this rolls out. I've noticed a couple more pistols, so are we going to have AR pistol? Meta going mini dom. It's just mini dom. I really would like to have a good TDM here. Not tracking my targets really well.
Point captured.
I literally didn't get a single ping on any one of those. What?
Point captured.
You see that guy died, but he backed up?
Enemies have an advantage.
I feel like I'm not in the same game right now. Come on. Yeah, you can see how these guys are just stuttering.
Kingslayer.
Point captured.
I feel like mini dom is always.
Point lost.
Dude, well played. Like, I'm watching these guys just absolutely stutter across the screen.
Point captured.
I can't apparently hit shots for anything. MRX is solid.
Kill.
Point lost.
Triple kill. Payback.
Point
Crouching instead of sliding. Come on, come on. Son of a bitch.
lost.
I cannot hit shots for my life tonight.
Point captured.
Dirty play. Reloading.
We dominated the battle. Point captured.
Double kill.
All right, there we go. Come on, come on. Clean house here for a minute. Is our chance to even out the scores? And I really wish that my ability button.
We dominated the battle. Point captured.
Kingslayer.
My button's just. we go. Way to turn it around.
Reloading.
The battle simulation is almost over. Point lost. Point lost.
King.
That's it right there. There we go.
A victory.
ARs are definitely feeling good. MRX actually feels really good. I like that gun now. And it's one I liked way back in the early seasons. Like early seasons. I really enjoyed the MRX. I think I put a video out really early on in Battle Prime. This thing used to have off the charts accuracy, 100 plus accuracy. And then they completely nerfed the hell out of it. It wasn't really good against the current AR meta. I still died a hell of a lot there. I feel like I'm just not like quite in the same game. I don't know if that makes sense anymore. Like I feel like I'm a second behind the game. There's just like this slight stutter that's taken place there. But I like the MRX. That's really what matters. And that end was sweaty, Nemo. I love that we were able to recover from that. So really well played. I got a GG's my clanmate. That was a good game. Didn't get to try the F2M as much as I wanted. I feel like the shots, I probably missed most of them, let's just be honest. But I also feel like even if I was on target, like I wasn't quite getting my pings. And there's times where you could see that character was like, took 1 or 2 steps in place and then moved on. So there's a little bit of a desync. That mini dom always does seem to have a little bit higher lag to it. I think it's just because of all the commotion, all the action going on that the game simply kind of struggles to process. Yep. But not bad. Good match. GG's for sure. But hey, guys, if you haven't already listened, hit that like button. Hit subscribe. We're so close. Skirmish. No. Gonna run here. Try this out. I'll try the MR5. Yeah, how that does. Oh, I guess we're playing as QB. Never mind.
Attention. Reloading. Attention.
Whoa! He was corner peeking that. Yep. Kind of forget that I'm in TPS sometimes.
New objective.
Oh, look at that stutter. Oh, good job. Good shot. Good shot at that. Archie. Give it a shot. All right, I know what I'm gonna give it a shot here. Vision, MK16. Hey, I really do hate skirmish. Yeah, we do.
Target detected.
Attention!
Ooh, there we go.
Payback.
Thank you, Arch, for the sacrifice run. He was sitting there holding the corner, peeking it, and basically had that thing lit up and charged already. 816, I don't know. I might have to pull back to my Predator. I feel like that. What?
Target detected. Attention.
At what point in time did he have a shot at me?
Last player standing. Your team eliminated. Switching sides.
Yeah, I'm like, at what point in time did he have a shot at me behind those boxes? fuck did he come from? How did I... I'm getting shit on right now. How did he get behind me? I gotta come back. I'm gonna have to come back and replay that because I 100% did not see that. All right, I'm gonna play a little. I gotta play a little bit more defensive. Look, oh, look at that. See, there's 100% lag. I died, but I died off to the right of the car. Yeah, you can see this lag going on. This lag is killing me right now. I was behind it, died next to it. Play the defensive role.
Target detected.
Fuck me.
Last player standing.
Yo, that was just a glitch clone. All right, Arch, pull it off. Pull it off.
New object.
Wow, look at that lag.
Your team eliminated.
Bad luck. Next time.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough when the lag seems to kind of be in their favor. Like minus 15. Okay, that makes a lot. Yeah, I didn't do well. I should have lost. That does make sense. Going 1 at 5, losing 15. Yeah, I think, yeah, apparently we all must have been lagging there. Be curious to see if he did have it or not. Nope. Tough. The worst part about the trophies, I honestly really couldn't care less. But like when you're losing and you're losing because like, the game is just not hitting it there. And that's one of those things where it comes down to things like this, like skirmish, mini dom. Like I'm playing on a pretty top end phone here, and the phone can handle it. Like my phone's not even warm in my hands. If the game can't handle like its own modes.
Attention!
First kill.
Attention!
Reloading. Attention.
Attention!
You got him.
Enemy team eliminated.
Now the question is, let's see if the lag will play to our favor at all.
Attention.
Will we get the trade-off?
Attention.
K16, I like that.
Attention. Reloading.
Attention!
You got him.
Enemy team eliminated.
Lots of ISOs. I like the MK16. I think I actually want
Attention.
to pull my scope back a little. Shit, I just...
Target detected.
Yeah, I gotta pull it back. That's going in for this short map. That fit scope's going in a little far.
Reloading.
No ability.
Attention! Attention!
Whoa, teammate for the save.
Got your
Nice.
back.
Hey, I think a Predator scope would be really good on this. That's what I'd be happy to go with. Shame. Lost my radar.
Target detected.
Last player standing.
I knew that was happening. I was surprised he didn't just wait to get me underneath. Thinking smarter, I probably should have held back, used the MK16 and held him at the stairs versus that. It jumped off to the lower roof.
Attention.
That would have been more vulnerable to the isotope.
Attention. Target detected.
Enemy spotted!
Enemy team
A
eliminated.
victory.
Oh, really? Button read. You didn't see that score. Let's see. I want to make a little adjustment here. All right. I gotta get my reaction time down here, but F2M feels really good. You know, it's still slow, but the recoil's spot on. So as long as you're prepared to hit those shots, be vulnerable for a second, because of course it's a slower firing one. F2M, I think, could absolutely be a solid meta one. Man, skirmished again. Come on. The break. There's 4 modes in here. We've played skirmish and mini dom. Like, where's the rotation of these? The one thing I hate about make me choose between 2 modes. If you're gonna make me choose between 4, then rotate the 4 modes.
detected. Reloading.
And that was another dud.
Eliminated.
That was a super delayed vision sense. It's not me. Just throw this out there, people. It's not me. I can suck, but I'm not sucking that bad.
Got your back.
Definitely getting some lag and some delay here.
Double kill. Payback.
Whoa, what? Come on. I was not behind that. I was behind the fucking wall. That's the kind of bullshit that pisses
Your
me
team
off.
eliminated.
I'm barely peeking, yet I'm standing out in the middle of the open road? Come on. Ah! Frustrating.
Attention.
All good. Just let me get beat. That's fine. But when you put me out in the middle of the frickin' wall, I better have been standing there in the first place.
Target detected.
That was spray and pray right there, guys. Pinch him, pinch him, pinch him. Nice.
Attention.
I'm not helping. I'm here. I'm here just to show how good these guys are. That's it. Good. Actually, I should do an internet check. Yep, half there. Yep, they were
Last
coming in.
player standing.
Nice. Get it, Nemo. Get it, Nemo.
Your team
Draw?
eliminated.
Draw. Damn. That stutter, though. What I hate about these, like, small modes is just all this stutter.
Target detected.
Players, your team
Real?
eliminated.
They had a shot on me?
Switching sides.
Couldn't even see the guy, but he's got a shot on me.
Attention.
Attention.
Last player standing.
Wow, look at that super stutter, man. Save. Nice save, Nemo. Nice save. Give me a nice classic. Give me control. Give me TDM. A little less busy.
Got your back.
But again, these guys are holding it down, man.
Target detected.
Last player standing. Edge
Go,
point
Nemo.
eliminated.
Got your back. Reloading.
Oh, shot from behind. I thought glitch was covered.
Your team eliminated.
Gotta be some crazy lag. Like I'm watching where Nemo's aiming. The other guy, he's off to the different direction. Oh, just a straight draw. Okay. That was less. Counted as a. That's. Dude, this lag is unbelievable, man. Like it's It's rough. Hands were shaking. Listen. I am not the one who's gonna sit here and come down on you about it, Nemo. I want to come back and watch this stream and just see like exactly where like some of these shots happen. I just like this lag is kind of unbelievable right now. One more. All I want is that. There we go. Nice. Nice. That is what I freaking wanted right there. Nice. And a free spin on top of that. There we go. Give me the arm. Oh, that would have been back to back. That would have been dope. Okay. I kind of want to run the. Okay, now let's throw the. Quick, so I'm holding my MK16. I thought I equipped it. Is it the... Is it the 12? Alright guys, what am I doing here? MK4, VK12. Oh, yeah, for some reason I thought it was the VKP 15. We are going to go Sentinel. Let's throw on a nice frosty skin here. Yo, Frost. Now we get a control. All right. Let's try it out. See how this goes. Okay. I did not adjust any of my colors and everything.
Control mode. Control objectives to
Usually less laggy in these modes. A lot less action going on.
New objective.
Like this weird, like initial kick.
Point captured.
I say I was watching the sniper from the right. Sniper from the left got me.
Point lost.
There you go. Take it, take it, take it. VS is out. Nice play, nice play.
Point captured.
Go. Still feeling like there's a slight delay going on. Damn. I think I know what to do.
The objective moves.
Better. Buttons. It's not working.
New objective available.
And again, ability didn't trigger. You're killing me, Battle Prime.
Point lost.
dropped.
Reload.
Why can I not capture?
Point captured.
Double kill.
Shut him down. There we go, guys. I don't know. This is tonight's very difficult night
Kingslayer.
for Battle Prime.
Point lost.
Kingslayer. Double kill.
Whoa. I was well beyond the tank. He should not have been able to see me. Come on now. Give me a break.
Point captured. We are in the final stage.
Anything tonight? Bro. We got it. We got it. We got it.
New objective available. Point captured. The battle simulation is on. Point captured.
Die, huh?
A victory.
Go. Something. Something happened. Not connecting the way that I feel I should. But I'm going to stop complaining about it. I'm just going to play with it. I'm going to test one thing really quick. Okay, guys, I'm going to just, what do I want to do here for a second? I'm just going to hide that for a minute. Myself. Running fine. All right. All right, let's play a couple more. And see how it goes. Nemo dropped out. Let's see. Metal. Ghost, I haven't seen around for a minute, so not sure if you're still around. But the other thing we could do, you know what? We could, you know what? I don't know. We've run some good stuff. Maybe I don't get too ambitious here. Maybe we go ahead and we give away some Prime coin, and we call it a night. We picked up the VK12. We had some good games there. Lag is a little rough. It's a little rough playing right now, but I'm glad we got the VK12. I wanted that one. I'd love to get the ARM as well, but I'm definitely excited we got this guy. Also, I would not mind getting I'm gonna be honest, it's not my favorite skin. I love the fire death effect, but this isn't my favorite. I was disappointed to see that the MRU version isn't a fire death effect. Almost all these other ones have had 2 guns for the effects. You know, we had the electricity, had the MK4 and the SMG-10. The ice has the VK12 and the arm. But fire, we only got the A3. We didn't. The MRU didn't come with a fire death effect. I'm a little disappointed by that. Maybe they'll come back and fix that. But I think I'm gonna finish this on a feel-good factor. We've won some games. I think I'm still down in trophies compared to where I started. Surprisingly, I don't understand how we've. That's just like we've won. Those ones don't count, but we've won a good majority of our games. But you know, the defeats still just take more, and I'm still getting nothing. You know, I don't know. So we gotta let's finish it. Let's finish on a high note and give away some prime coin. That's what we need to do. We need to give away some prime coin. I think you guys have really good odds if you've stuck through to the end. You've got some really solid odds of picking up some giveaway stuff. Let's get the stream ready for a battle coin, not battle coin, prime coin giveaway. And I've got to go ahead and we're gonna do a keyword search and what do we want for? Do I want a secret for getting lots of trophies, Nemo? To be quite honestly, trophies don't. Trophies really don't mean anything to me. It's while it's motivating to win them, and it's definitely demotivating to lose them. I really don't care if I'm on the leaderboards. Just to be quite honest, it's not. I'd love to know it, because if I want to pursue it, I'd love to know it. But the problem is the leaderboard, it doesn't give you anything for being on there. Like, you get like 100 prime coin for being first place. And the amount of hours that you have to put in just to compete for it, just going to be honest, I leave the trophy races to other people. It doesn't motivate me to have to try to be number 1 leaderboard. Now, what does motivate me is when I'm taking a look at my profile and my win rate keeps going down, because I solo queue a lot. And when I solo queue and I end up against a trio and I just get absolutely shit on, then I lose, 15, 20 trophies and my win rate goes down. And that's the part that I struggle with. I held an 80% all the way up from beta, which I expected them to reset it, because there's times I was just dicking around. And I was like, oh yeah, they'll reset the win rate back to 0 and I'll be able to start out with my 100. It didn't happen. And that was kind of disappointing. But I maintained my 80% from beta all the way through. I think it was like Comp Season 1. And Comp Season 1, then then the trophy system changed. The weapon system changed. And wasn't really feeling it. And I lost that. I'm down to 75%. That's the number that motivates me. Is I'll be able to get up there. But we'll see. Play with low trophy players in your squad. Your trophies count. It has to be lower than your enemy's team. When you win, you get a lot more trophies. That is a pretty straightforward, right? It's if the winning team is the underdog, basically, you've got to position your team to be the underdog, and then carry it, win it, and you'll be rewarded more trophies. Which is it's the way it is. You're playing against that's the skill-based matchmaking. If it says the system says you shouldn't win this game and you do, it's going to reward you more heavily, right? And that's why you lose so many trophies. If it says, man, you should definitely win this game, and you lose it, it says, well, let's go ahead and adjust your trophy count, because clearly you shouldn't be winning. So that's it is. You're playing to the advantage of the skill based. But right now, unless they change the rewards and they start offering some really cool stuff for the leaderboards, they don't right now. Trophies. I get pissed when I lose a bunch, but in the end, I want to see the trophy system change, because I know how much of an impact it has to newer players. That granted, they're winning big numbers. The problem is when they win big numbers, they're climbing the leaderboard to top 10 in a matter of 2 days, and they only have played 60 games, if even that. And they're like, "Yeah, I'm a hot shot." And it's like, hey, go ahead and let your games balance out there a little bit. Talk to us when you got 100, 200, 500, 1,000 plus games. Right now, I just noticed that tonight. Well, no, actually, probably was yesterday, but recently. Crossed the 4,000 total battle. Not only that, but also crossed 40,000 kills. It looks like I've got 4,034 battles. I've got 40,326 kills. It looks like my average comes out to probably right around 10 kills per game. And looking at tonight, when I went 1-5 in skirmish, I'm not. But let's give away Prime Coin. You guys have heard me ramble on enough. Let's do it. Let's do. I got the keyword for us here. Today's update was all about nerfing the SMGs. So everybody, our keyword today is going to be nerf. Type nerf in the chat if you want a shot at winning some Prime Coin. That's all you got to do. Nerf in the chat if you want to win some Prime Coin. How much are we going to give away? Let's give away. I'm definitely planning on streaming some more this month, so we're gonna pace it out. We're gonna give away 400 Prime Coin, everybody. 400. 400 Prime Coin. If you want to win 400 Prime Coin, type nerf in the chat. If you've not participated in one of my giveaways before, if you are randomly selected by Nightbot here, that's what's gonna happen. Nightbot's gonna go ahead and just choose it. You need to take a screenshot of your YouTube chat, and you need to take a screenshot of your in-game profile. So you've got to go find your game name and the little hashtag and your game ID. I need both of those so I can prove it to you from the YouTube channel. And I need to be able to tell the devs this is the account you have to credit the Prime Coin to. 400 Prime Coin. You can win it. Type nerf in the chat. I'm going to give you about another 60 seconds because I know that there's a delay on this. Let's see how it goes. Following this, because I'm limited. I'm restricted to 1,200 Prime Coin a month. So I'm going to just say if we can aim to get 3 streams in this month, then we can do 4, 4, and 4, and that'll give it away. I'd like to get 4 streams in, but, you know, I'm hoping one of these streams we can actually celebrate 2,000 subscribers. Not quite there yet. I know my loyal list showed up tonight. We're getting really close. Let's take a look here. A couple more seconds. A lot of people who chatted earlier, they're not here now. Yep. So we are going to... How come this says 0 eligible? Probably, I don't want... If I refresh this, this is going to screw it up. All right, listen. There's like 4 of you that typed in the chat right now. Let's just be honest. I got to refresh this because Nightbot was stalling out. One more time. Nerf it up. Sorry, guys. Nerf. One more time. My Nightbot stalled, so it wasn't counting any of your types. Do it real quick. Nominal, Churro, Brian, Nemo, hit it. There's 4. You guys got like a 25% chance of winning this because you guys stuck through to the end, and that's what freaking counts here. So one more time. Hit it. 400. And then all you got to do is just DM me your profile. I might already have it, depending on who wins, you know, because some of you guys are definitely returned. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, David's back. There we go. All right, it's 20% chance of winning for you guys. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. 5 of you guys are in here. Nerfing it up. Let's go ahead and roll it. Nemo, there you go. All right, Nemo, you were selected. So, of course, I know who you are, so you can DM me. I don't need the YouTube screenshot. You got it. But go ahead and... you need to take a picture. I'm just going to show you really quick of what you need to grab. Just take a screenshot of your profile here because I need to be able to see your game tag up top where that says that hashtag 46 ... Take a screenshot of this. Shoot it over to me in DMs. I'm going to go ahead and get you credited 400 Prime Coin on your account. So if you have multiple accounts, make sure you send me the one you want it on. Other than that, GG's, Nemo. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for playing the games today. Definitely appreciate it. For those of you, if you have not yet already been through it, make sure you guys double check. Head on over to battleprime.com. Check out their blog. Read through their notes. Understand the changes that are there. Hopefully, you guys have definitely enjoyed the stream today. You know, we had some good games. Had some not so good games. Had plenty of lag, but you know what? Just the day in the life of Battle Prime. I'm definitely going to see you on some more streams coming up in the future. And again, thank you very much to all of you guys subscribers. We're hitting 2K soon. We're going to keep going, baby. Right? So let's keep climbing. Let's keep making BP a thing. We got the devs rolling. The devs, they're communicating. They're making updates. I've seen the devs more active these past couple of, like, I'd say maybe a week, maybe even 2 weeks than the past couple of months. So I'm hoping these are good signs. They tell us they got something, like, in the works. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this is going to be. So with that, guys, again, GG's. Have fun out there. Play some BP. I'll see you next time. Catch you later.